Hello friends, welcome to another weekly top-down analysis video on the gold and GJ. So as usual, we are going to start our analysis with the monthly time frame, and then we'll go down to lower time frames, weekly, daily, 4-hour, and 30 minutes time frame. On the 30 minutes time frame, we will also talk about some intraday and scalping setups as well. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First of all, we are going to start with the gold monthly time frame. So now, as we can see on the gold, last monthly candle close bullish but close below this resistance, and the current monthly candle has already created a bottom week, and right now we have almost filled the wick from the last monthly candle. So if you see more clearly, we can also find out that we had this resistance. Now as we can see, we had this resistance which was already respected before. And so now if the current monthly candle close above this resistance, then we can see we have wicks in this area, right? So now in that situation, there will be pretty high probability for the price to come up and retest this area. So that we are anticipating if we get the current monthly candle close above this resistance, right? So now let's go to our weekly time frame to find out more details. On the weekly time frame, we can see that we have resistance and we have a support, right? Now above this resistance, we can see that there is another resistance pretty close by. So now let's move our resistance to this area. So now we have a resistance and we have a support, and the price is between this resistance and support. So now if we get weekly candle, if we get our weekly candle close above this resistance, then there is going to be a pretty high probability for the next weekly candle to come up at least to this area, and hopefully come up and create a new high. So that is something we anticipate on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to daily time frame to find out more details. On the daily time frame, we can see that we have a resistance, as we can see, and another major resistance is right into this area. But at the same time, we can find out that we have a choppy price action on the left hand side. But anyways, we have this resistance, and another major resistance is into these areas. So if we get a daily candle closure above this resistance area, it becomes a higher probability for the price, and with the volume we can anticipate the price to go to the next resistance, which is right into these areas. So that is something we anticipate on the daily time frame. Now if we look to the downside, we can find out that again we have a choppy price action, we have support, we have support, we have support, and we have support. So multiple supports onto the downside as well, and multiple resistance on the upside as well. So the range is not clean on the daily. Anyways, let's go to our 4-hour time frame to see what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the price is creating higher highs and higher lows. So we can see we created a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and right now the price is pretty close to the previous high created by the price, right? Also, we can see that we have a resistance. So we can see here we have resistance, retested, retested, retested. So now if we look on the left hand side to find out the ranges, so we can see that the next resistance is right here on the 4-hour time frame, and then we have resistance right here, right? So we can see this area is retested. If we talk about this resistance, we have resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance, support, right? So it's retested multiple times. It's going to be a strong zone. So right now on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the price is below this level. So now we need a 4-hour candle closure above this level so that we can anticipate with the volume price can move to the next resistance, which is right into these areas. So that is something on the 4-hour time frame. Now to the downside, we can see that we have a support right here. We have a support right here. So if we get some kind of candle, 4-hour candle closure below this area, then we can see that we have a left hand side pretty much clean, so we can anticipate the price to go down to the next support, which is right here. So now that is something on the 4-hour. Now let's go to 30-minute time frame. Let's go to 30-minute time frame. And on the 30-minute, we can see that price is creating higher highs and higher lows at the moment. So we created a high, higher low, and then we broke the previous high, created a new high, higher low, and kind of we are into this resistance area that we also saw in the 4-hour time frame. So as we anticipated on the 4-hour time frame, that if we get some kind of candle closure above this level, then we can anticipate the price to go higher. So that we will be anticipating on the 30-minute time frame. If we look more closely, we can see this is a resistance, but again we have some choppy price action here as well. So it's better to mark our resistance at this level. So we need to have a 4-hour candle closure above this level in order to anticipate some kind of momentum to the upside. For the downside, I'll be waiting for the price to break this level. If the price can come down, break at this level, then I'll be waiting some kind of a pullback into this area to come down, not only to retest this low, but more lows on the left hand side. That is something I'll be looking for on the 30-minute time frame. Now let's go to our second pair, which is a GJ. So now GJ, again, we are going to start with a monthly time frame, and on the monthly time frame, we can see that the price is very much bullish. As we can see, we have this, the current monthly candle has broken all these highs, right? All these previous, candle highs, and, currently looking pretty much bullish. And if we are able to close bullish above this level, as you can see, this is a resistance, and the next resistance is right into these areas. So if we close like however the candle is right now, then there is going to be a pretty high probability for the next candle to come down, create a bottom wick, and come up to retest this high. That is something we see on the monthly time frame. Also, we have clean range on the left hand side. That is something on the monthly time frame. Now let's go to weekly time frame to find out what is happening on the weekly time frame. As you can see, price is very much bullish on the weekly as well. We created a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and we broke the previous high as well to create a new higher high. So we are pretty much bullish. Now we don't know if the price will keep going up or we will come down to create a higher low to continue up. We don't know what's going to happen. So now also we know that we had this resistance. As you can see, this was the resistance, and we have this candle close above this resistance. So now let's see on the left hand side where we have the resistance. So we can see we have this resistance, and then we have the final resistance right there. Now let's see what is happening here. So we have two resistance. We will keep that high resistance as well. So this is retested, and we have the current weekly candle close above this resistance. So now there is a pretty high probability for the price to continue up to the next target, which is right into these areas, right? Or the price may come down a little bit, find some kind of support anywhere, so like price may come down to find support into this area to continue going up, or we may come down to find support into this area, or we may also come down to this area to find support to continue going up. So that is something on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to daily time frame to see what is happening on the daily time frame. As you can see, daily is looking very much bullish as well. So as we see that we created a high, basically we broke the previous high. So we created a new high, higher low, found support, and then we broke the previous high as well. So we may continue going up, or we may come down to find some kind of support to continue going up and create higher highs and higher lows, right? So also we can see that we have this resistance and we have this support at the moment. Now let's go to left hand side and find out how we have the ranges on the left hand side. So on the left hand side, we can see that there is we have resistance right here, and above the resistance, the left hand side is very, very clean. So we can see that the range is very clean, and the next resistance is right into these areas. So we have clean range until here, right? We have clean range until here. So now if we, as we can see, the last daily candle close right at this resistance. So if we get a closure, kind of a strong closure above this resistance, then there is going to be a higher probability for the price to continue going up. Also, because we created a high, higher low, higher high, So we may also come down to create a higher low to continue going up, but we are bullish, and we are anticipating the price to continue going up. Now let's go to 4-hour time frame to see what is happening on the 4-hour. As we can see, 4-hour is also pretty much bullish. So if we can see, we see that we have a high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So now we broke this high as well, this high as well. So now it will be great if the price can come down to give us a pullback. And if we find some kind of bullish reaction, bullish price action in this area, we can look to take long, not only to target this area, but maybe hopefully create a new high. So that is something we see on the 4-hour time frame. Also, we can find out that we have the resistance into these areas, and we have 4-hour candle close above this resistance. So now let's take a look on the left hand side to find out what we have. So on the 4-hour we don't have. Anyways, we will be waiting for the price to come down for a pullback to continue going up, as we are very much bullish. Now let's go to 30-minute time frame and find out what is happening on the 30-minute time frame. So as we can see on the 30-minute time frame, price is making higher highs and higher lows. We are very much bullish. We create a higher high. We broke the previous high, created a higher high, higher low. Again, we broke the previous high, created a new higher high. Now waiting for the price to come down maybe into these areas to find some kind of support and bullish price action to take long in order to target the previous high. So that is something I'm anticipating and looking for on the 30-minute time frame on the GJ. So that's it, guys. This was the analysis on the gold and GJ from monthly to the 30-minute time frame. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you really did like the video, share the video and subscribe to the channel in order to support the channel and YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. See you in another video.